Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is the new moon reading for the sign of Taurus. Okay, so this is the final sign in the installation for this month. The new moon for May was May 4th, today's May 5th. Alright, I'm having to redo this video. The original video got somehow lost. Ghost in the machine, I don't know what happened, but unfortunately it was completely gone. So I'm having to redo the video, and those things always happen for a reason. So I do apologize for coming out with this late, you beautiful Tauruses, but we're going to jump right into it. All right, this is Bow and Arrow Tarot, and this is the new moon reading from May 4th to June 3rd, the next new moon. All right, we're going to first jump in and get your spirit animal, all right, for the month, for this new moon cycle, from the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal Oracle deck. I've already been meditating and shuffling your cards for quite some time, Taurus. So we're just going to do a little shuffle. I love you, Tauruses. I'm a Taurus rising myself, just getting to know that really side of myself. Taurus is a sign of the bull. Beautiful. Lovers of beauty, sophistication, Venus energy. Beautiful. All right, so let's see what's going on this month, what the spirit guide for you is this month. From the new moon to the next new moon. This is a full month reading. Starting on the new moon, which is the beginning of, is the time for beginnings. Auspicious time in the month to start all kinds of new endeavors and new beginnings. So your card, your spirit animal for this month is the hummingbird. Wow, beautiful. What a beautiful card, the hummingbird. And at the bottom, you also have the bee, another. So this is both air energy. You've got two air energy cards, Taurus. So the bee talks about pollination. It talks about, the bee is beautiful. It's in touch with nature. You need the bee for nature to continue. The bee is an critical animal in our ecosystem, right? Without the bee, the flowers aren't germinated, they aren't spread, the seeds aren't spread, they aren't not germinated, pollinated, excuse me. And, you know, it all breaks down, right? So the bee is industrious, it is hardworking, and it is nurturing energy. It's, you know, part of the cycle of life energy, right? So giving birth to new ideas, it's planting the seed for new ideas as well, beginnings of new ideas. Beautiful. And the hummingbird also, air energy. The hummingbird is another beautiful card, beautiful animal spirit card. Very enlightened, right? The hummingbird, you know, flies and moves so fast, but you can't hardly see its wings, right? Moving, it's as if it's a standstill, right? If you've ever seen a hummingbird can stand still perfectly, and its wings are going so fast that you just can't see them, you know, fluttering there. Again, about the hummingbird also goes from flower to flower, pollinates the flowers. Again, cycle of life. Talks about rebirth. Definitely being in touch with intuition. Again, a lot of the animals, spirit animals for the new moon reading, definitely talk about spirituality, being in touch with your spirituality. The hummingbird is definitely in tapping into that side of itself. It has enormous energy. You know, it brings about with it a sense of positivity, the hummingbird. It gathers nectar every day for its sense of nourishment and rejuvenation. So it gets the nectar from the flowers, right? And as it goes from flower to flower, it also spreads the pollination, right? So also part of the ecosystem. So sign, you know, animal of creativity, nature, spirituality, enjoying the moment. You know, hummingbirds enjoy the nectar that they work so hard to get, and they really you know, it's drinking from the cup of life, you know. It's also, they enjoy. And this is also a card about enjoying life, living life to the fullest, right? All right. Let's get into the reading. This is the Deviant Moon deck that I use for my lunar readings. I'm considering doing full moon readings as well as a follow-up to the new moon. But let me see how well this series does and how well people like it and receive it. The messages, again, from the new moon readings, they can be quite specific because, again, they're about beginnings, new beginnings. It's the most auspicious time of the month to start planting seeds for your vision. You know, the cycle of the moon is that you plant the seed at the new moon, and at the full moon it begins to sprout. You begin to see the fruits of your labor. All right, Taurus. So show me what's going on for Taurus for this new moon cycle. May 4th, June 3rd. Oh, we got a flip over card. Ace of Swords. Victory coming in. Message of a victory coming in. Long awaited. Taurus, what's going on with Taurus for this new moon cycle? All right, let's see. This is a 10-card spread. We go in turn with each card. And I'll talk about that flipped over card as well. We'll get into that. So for our beautiful Tauruses, this May, what's coming up? What's going on? What energies are you bringing into this cycle? What to look out for? We're going to touch on all of that. At the center, the Tower. Wow. Okay. And Queen of Cups. All right, Taurus, is what is going on with you? If at the center you have the Tower, at the bottom, and the Queen of Cups, the cross, wow. At the bottom, we've got Page of Cups. So, this is going to be another love reading, another start of love, a beginning of love. A lot of these readings for the new moon this month have been about love. Some have been about careers, very specific situations, but this could be definitely about love. We've got the Page of Cups at the bottom. So, messages of love coming in. Certainly. Messages of love. Where are we? There. All right. Ace of Swords flipped over. So definitely also whereas Page of Cups is talking about somebody's coming in with a message and offering a love, a small offering. You know, a small offering, not a major commitment. This is only Page of Cups. It could be just, you know, a little flirtation, an invite to a cup of coffee or something like that, right? So that's at the bottom. That was at the bottom. So, but the flipped over card, energy that's going to be around a lot of what you're doing this month in this new moon cycle is the Ace of Swords. So it's a month of victory for you, Taurus. You know, a clear message of victory. This could be a settlement. This could be a phone call, letter. Could do with legal documents as well, right? Could do with any kind of agreements, contracts, things like that you may have been dealing with. You know, you're going to probably get a message that you got what you wanted out of that. It just could be in general a message of victory over something that you've really been working hard with. It could be that you've been working hard on a project and now you've got the go-ahead, right? So this is something that's very important to you, and there's definitely a positive message coming along. At the center you have the Tower. So this month it's all about huge changes for you, Taurus. Big changes. Your whole system, you know, the way you live, everything is going to be totally changed. You know, it's going to be crumbled. It's crumble and change completely. Not, you know, the Tower doesn't represent a shift. It represents a complete change of the Tower. The Tower eventually crumbles. Obviously, the divine light is coming in. And it's always a change for the better, right? But it's going to be a bit of a shock to the system for you, Taurus. Taurus being a very steady sign, a very methodical, I don't want to say plotting, but a very persistent sign, right? Tenacious, right? So this is going to be a bit of a shock for you, but it's going to be good. It could be as a result of this message of victory coming through. So this may be a Tower moment that you've been expecting and looking forward to as well. It could be a change in where you live, travel. It could be a change in business change, anything, change in your lifestyle. You could be vibrating up in terms of business. Covered with it is the Queen of Cups. So there's an offer of love. There's nourishment. There's a deep a mirroring of love, right? So someone is mirroring the love you're giving them. You're equal. They're equal in love with you. Queen of Cups talks about, giving as she receives, right? She's as open with her feelings as she doesn't worry about being vulnerable. She's in touch with her feelings. She doesn't mind offering that cup of love, right? And she's also willing to receive it. So you've got some very warm, positive energies crossing this tower moment. It could be that some of you have somebody in your life that represents this for you, and they're going to help you through this moment. They're like your rock. Hanged Man at the bottom. Wow. So you're definitely going through a period where you're changing, you're evolving this month, Taurus. Might be why I had to redo this reading, because the last reading was a little bit similar, but was not as strong with the card messages. And that could be that now, as we've actually cycled into the new moon, this was the message that really needed to come through. Hanged Man, this is a challenge. You realize you're being challenged to change your views, to change what you've held onto for a very long time. Could be a way of, just in terms of, this is examples of, changing religions, changing political ideas, changing, suddenly changing your opinion of a certain group in society. It could be that you were raised with certain cultural morals and ideals, and you're questioning them now. You're realizing that they no longer serve your purpose. They don't fit in with your ideology, with who you are and your soul. This is at the very heart. You're feeling this. You're feeling a tug. Right? There's certainly a tug. You're feeling a tug at what you've always held on to. The Sun. You're feeling good, though. You're feeling very good about this moment. This is a good change, Taurus. I feel like this is a change you've been expecting and hoping for. Right? You're welcoming this change. You're also getting messages coming through that this is right. You're getting affirmations, Taurus. You're getting affirmations. There's a feeling of you're definitely feeling like you're kind of almost rejuvenated, right? You're feeling like you're rejuvenated, but in a way you've never felt like before. It's a little bit scary for you this moment. These moments can always be scary, but you realize that it's important. There is spirit. See, the hummingbird energy talks about spirituality, right? The hummingbird is in touch with its spirituality. I think that, Taurus, you realize you're going through a spiritual kind of evolvement, and you're willing it in. That's also Queen of Cups energy, is accepting it. Right, so you're accepting it with love. You're accepting this change that you're going through with love instead of fighting against it. You're definitely juggling some financial responsibilities, but you feel like that's the energy you're coming into. It might be what you've been dealing with in the recent past, right? Just juggling, but you're feeling okay about it. You're dancing with it. You don't feel like it's too much for you. The Two of Discs here in the Deviant Moon is the woman dancing. Usually it's a juggler on a unicycle, very precarious. But here she's sure-footed. One foot is down, the other foot she has her toes, but she's sure-footed. She's a dancer. She knows what she's doing. She's holding on to the pentacles with a good grip. So you know what you're doing. You're juggling. You're certainly juggling, but you're doing it with finesse and with grace right now. It may come a time where you have to make a choice, and here comes an opportunity. Oh wow, Ace of Pentacles. So you're getting affirmations everywhere. Everywhere you turn, even though you're going through a really, really tough period, right? It can be kind of like scary, right? It could be, an example could be, for instance, say you're having to sell a home. Okay, so this is just an example. Say, for instance, you're having to sell a home that you've had for a long time, right? You knew in the back of your head that you had to sell this home, but the whole way that selling it, you figured, okay, I'll get a good price for it. It'll be quick and easy, right? And now you're in the midst of selling it, and you're realizing you've had to do all these repairs and do all of these changes to it and everything, and it's kind of scary now, right? But you're going through it anyway, and then suddenly something happens. An offer comes in out of nowhere where somebody comes to you, a developer, an example, comes to you and says, hey, I'll help you push through the sale of the house, and not only that, I want you to come in and help me buy these other 3 properties and develop them. So now you're being asked to do something completely different, something you didn't expect, and suddenly your whole life switches into high gear. And what was a difficult situation is still scary. It's still going really fast, right? But suddenly, it's a huge change. That is an example of a tower moment, right? with an opportunity coming through. Ace of Pentacles. Now, I'm not saying this is what you Taurus is. This is your scenario, but I'm saying that is an example of what a tower moment can be like, especially when you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Sun. So then you, as well as you're going through the situation, it's quite difficult. It's quite daunting. You're still getting reaffirmations. So an reaffirmation is like meeting the right people, meeting people who believe in you, meeting people who can take you to the next level in your profession. Like in that example, coming across this developer who has the money to invest and he believes in you and now wants to take you in a totally different direction that's almost like jet fueled, you know, from where you were before, right? So those are the type of things that can come through as reaffirmations that you're on the right path, even though the path is rocky, it's scary, it's rocky. It's something made me want to turn this card over. I'm wondering, I'm curious what's on the other side of the Sun. It's rocky, it's scary, there's a lot of anxiety involved, there may be some personal feelings involved, but it's a good tower moment. And you have this Ace of Pentacles, so there is going to come an opportunity to you that's a very serious opportunity. A very serious, a very grounded, real opportunity to increase your abundance to a great degree, right? Through all of this. Justice, again, justice with this Ace of Swords. So you definitely, it's something is looming in your mind, Taurus. Again, I feel like you're dealing with the court system. You're dealing with some kind of, could be like you're dealing with zoning issues, could be dealing with licensing issues or something of that nature, something to do with buildings or projects. But there's definitely something going on that's, and I feel like it has something to do with property and things of that nature, not necessarily children or family, but property or some kind of something that's in the material realm, right? But something you've worked very hard for and you feel very passionate about. You're being tested, definitely. You know, you feel like you're being tested. You know, it could be that you're losing faith. It could be, you know, you had faith in the legal system. It could be that you felt all along that you were going to win and now you're doubting yourself. You're stuck. But the Justice card is on top, so this is the overriding energy for this new moon period. I feel like it's something's going to close out, it's going to cycle out, and you're going to get your victory, right, Taurus? And justice is fair, right? So, you know, what is due will be due, right? The justice card in the reading is not a corrupt justice. It's a fair justice. So this indicates that what, you know, the fairness will be seen. And I'm not saying that justice is fair in terms of every day, in terms of course not. We know that people are corrupt. The justice system can be corrupt at times. People in it can be corrupt. But what I'm saying is that when a justice card shows up in a tarot reading, it indicates a pure justice, not a corrupt justice. It indicates a win. It indicates that if you are on the side of right, then right is going to win and therefore you're going to win. Eight of Pentacles, works, just carrying on. Keep persevering. Just keep working away, all right? Your hard work will pay off, right? You see, it keeps working away. The coins are going in. They're going in. They're put in the suns. You know, the cogs are suns, right? So that's the reaffirmation there. Again, that you're doing the right thing. The work is the right work. Right? It's good work. It's honorable work. You're doing the right thing. Keep plodding away, Taurus. This is what you're good at. Coming as well, working, persevering, keeping your nose to the grindstone. Taurus is a very tenacious people. They just simply do not give up. They really don't. And this is what's needed at this month. Four of Swords, you're going to come to a period where you'll be able to take a moment and to think. All right, you take a moment, you'll take a pause and to rethink. Things are going to be coming to you fairly quickly this month. You're going to be getting reaffirmations. The Tower moment is a heavy moment. It's not a long, drawn out. It usually comes like pretty fairly quickly and severely. So you're going to have a period after this Tower moment, and through this Tower moment, where you're going to have a moment to rest and really think, re-strategize, reevaluate. And I encourage you to take that time, Taurus, because the card comes for a reason, right? So it's definitely letting you know that when this time comes, take the time to reevaluate. Eight of Cups, you're done with shallow relationships. Coming out of all of this, The only cups that you have in the entire reading is 8 of Cups. So right now, you're not in the... Whoever this Taurus this is that's resonating with this, you're not concerned with relationships right now. You're really on top of your paper. You're trying to deal with your career and your opportunities and getting through this justice right now. All right, so this is a big moment in your life. You're just trying to deal with this. You're not in any kind of headspace. I don't believe you guys are dating. I'm not sure if you're married. The marriage is really not looming as a factor in any of this. Even if you're married, you're feeling like you're kind of on your own. This is like your baby, your puppy. The spouse is not really having too much influence on this scenario. Okay, and if you're single, you're not looking to spend any time looking for a partner. You're happy to be on your own because all of this is taking your full focus right now. Page of Cups is here. So there are people in your life, you know, who are giving you tokens of love, affirmations of love, right? But it's nothing serious, right? It's nothing serious at all. And I think this Queen of Cups right here is basically the energy, the nurturing energy that's covering you and covering this Tower moment. This could be friends. This could be friends. This could be just you being careful, you know, just being gentle with yourself. But this certainly could be a mentor, somebody in your life, an older person who shows you an immense amount of support, right? And to me, it's a nurturing love. It's a kind love. It's a supportive love. It's not necessarily your partner or finding love. This is a supportive love, and that's definitely around you. And that can be your friends, your social circle. It could be you digging deep inside yourself. I think this is definitely going to be a friend of yours as well, Taurus. Don't forget you have Sun, you have reaffirmations, Ace of Pentacles, great opportunities coming in. And you're not at all really concerned with relationships right now. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is moving on as well. Not only are you not concerned with relationships right now, but you're not looking for one. But if one comes along, you're very discerning. You've come through this. I think you're going to come through this elevated to a great deal in your material status, your abundance, your status, your station in life in terms of, you know, who you are amongst your peers, etc. And you're going to cycle higher and not accept bullshit, you know, relationships. So coming out of this and as a side kind of effect of this evolution that you're going through, this period that you're going through, this fight that you're going to win, that I can see you're going to win, you're going to be cycling higher and wanting deeper love as well. So that's for you, Tauruses, who have had kind of shallow relationships. If you are thinking about relationships in the future, those relationships are going to be deeper. It can be also that whatever situation that you've been dealing with here, that perhaps this situation came out of a previous relationship, a friendship, partnership, a business partnership, or something that eventually had to go into the court and you had to battle in the court in order to get your victory. It can be that you're coming out of this as well, realizing that you're not going to get into those type of partnerships again, right? You've learned a lesson. You're not going to be getting into those kind of partnerships, business partnerships, friendships that are too much, that end up adding on responsibilities that can turn into situations that bring you into court and things of that nature. So you're definitely learning a lesson out of all of this in terms of your relationships. Not to get too close, not to get too close with shallow relationships, shallow individuals, being more discerning. Definitely being more discerning. But Taurus, this is a big month for you. Wow, as far as making that money, the money's going to come in, the abundance, the affirmations are coming in. You're going to win this battle. All right, if this resonates with you, definitely you're going to win this battle. Let's check with the angel therapy cards to see what they're saying this month about what to listen to, what guides can help you. It's interesting. A couple of readings, new moon readings this month, we're talking about signs that are going through legal issues that are closing out this month, and you're and therefore you're starting a new kind of level in life because you're coming out of that experience, closing out a karmic cycle and having evolved. And it's like the beginning of your new who you are after this event. So let's see. What do the archangels have to say for Taurus for this new moon month? deal with these energies and come out the best way they can for themselves and the people around them. Show me, archangels. I need 3 cards for Taurus. Oops. 3 cards for Taurus. Show me. Earth Angel. Shield yourself. And you are profoundly clairvoyant. All right. So this is what the archangels want you to know in terms of this month, this new moon cycle that you're going through. Earth Angel, you are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. So this is a reaffirmation that you are on the right path, right? Earth Angel, also you are Earth Energy, Taurus. You're on the right path. And if you continue to stay true to who you are and in touch with the higher vibration of life, that is to promote love and to share love and to induce love wherever you can, you will come out of this as whole as possible. All right, you're going to come out of this knowing that you deserve better relationships, higher relationships, and that you've learned a lesson. All right, so this is a reaffirmation, right, that you have something to give to the earth. And when you're feeling low self-esteem or you're not feeling quite right, because this is a tricky time and, you know, this is a difficult period, even though you're going to come out of it great and shining, remember this card. Remember that affirmation. Shield yourself. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. So, again, when you're going through this, you're feeling a little bit of anxiety, especially hanged man can cause anxiety. A lot of people, you know you're a hanged man. You know you're stuck, right? But you're stuck by your own kind of doing, your own belief system and what you've held on to. And it can still be cause a lot of anxiety to have that called into question. To deal with energies that make you reevaluate. That Tower moment is definitely, you know, you're dealing with a lot of harsh energies, right? There can be people around you that are not supportive. So shield yourself. This is a difficult time. Don't take it lightly. And this is also a reaffirmation that the angels are there protecting you as well. The light is there, right? You see that. So these cards are all reaffirmations as well. So this is let you know that your dear departed ones, your loved ones, your archangels, your guardian angels, your ancestors, whatever it is you believe in is there and helping you and shielding you from the worst. And just open up your third eye to that, you know, to that understanding, right? And awareness so that you can also help to protect yourself. You're profoundly clairvoyant. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps with healing, teaching, and guidance. You're profoundly clairvoyant, right? This is a reaffirmation that if you're feeling moments of intuition or clairvoyance or spiritual vision, they are true and they are real. Listen to them, all right? Don't stuff that aside or look at it as, oh, that was a coincidence, or, you know, trust yourself, because again, this is reaffirming that the messages are coming in. These messages are very real and they're there to help you, right? Also to remind you, live in the moment and be as conscious as you can in the moment so that you can always be open to these messages. That's what they talk about, being in the moment. When you live in the moment, you're open to messages, right? Living in the moment, living with awareness, being aware of every second that, yes, I am here and I am in this moment. This is where my focus is, right? A lot of people don't live in the moment. Every moment they're always daydreaming or they're somewhere else than where they are at the time. And you can spend an entire life forgetting your life because wherever you were at, you were never present. You were always somewhere else, right? That's how you can live a life and suddenly wake up and it's just gone, you know, and you're a certain age and you feel like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Were you aware? Were you conscious? Were you awake? Right? So you are profoundly clairvoyant. Shield yourself in earth energy. This is a tricky month for you, but you're going to come out of this great, Taurus. You're going to win this battle. For those of you going through legal troubles, please dig deep. Trust yourself. Have that hummingbird. Be in touch with your spirituality, but also with that creativity and that joy. Enjoy life, right? Enjoy the moment. Be in the moment. Hummingbird, it talks about You know, they go fly from flower to flower to drink the nectar and enjoy the nectar. Be in the moment, and that will always help you through as well. So for all of you, thank you so much for coming and watching this video. This is the new moon lunar readings. This was for Taurus for May 4th, the new moon of May, and this is for the next month until the next new moon, which I believe is June 3rd. If the message resonated with you, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment below, a question. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed so far. I love you all. And those of you who have commented and liked, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. Those of you who have requested private readings, thank you so much for reaching out to me and allowing me to give you a reading. I really enjoyed those, and I hope that you did too. I know quite a few of you did, and you've reached out to me, so thank you. If you want any of the information, it's down below. You can always reach me at bowandarrowtarot@gmail.com. My name is Rebecca Bay, and this is Bow and Arrow Tarot. And for right now, I'm going to say to all you beautiful Tauruses, have a great month slaying. You're going to win this victory. And for now, bye-bye.